Hello my dear students, this is my part 6th video on geometry unit, which is circle, but this video is meant for the advanced geometry kids and for the SAT kids. The questions I'm going to show today, I'm going to solve the questions today, and those questions typically you can see in the SAT questions, so this is good to practice. Okay, starting with this question, if you see TH is a tangent and you have to solve for x. So this kind of question, if you remember the properties of tangent, property of tangent is the radius and the tangent is always 90 degree. Okay, so this kind of question, you have to make an auxiliary line which will be parallel to this line and passing through this center. That way this quadrilateral will form a rectangle. If it is a rectangle, opposite sides of rectangle are congruent. So this side should also be 40. And if you see, this one is 8. So this portion has to be 8. But the whole portion is 17. 17 minus 8, this portion will be 9. So this portion is 9. This portion is 40. You can see there is a right triangle forming up. How it is right triangle? Because I said this is a rectangle, so this must be 90 degree, this must be 90 degree. You can see a right triangle forming there. So now we can easily, now it looks so easy, right? You can do Pythagorean theorem on this triangle and find the value of x. So what will be x? X square is equal to 40 square plus 9 square, which is 1600 plus 81. So x is equal to square root of 1681, which is 41. That's it. See, it looks simple. It looks hard, but it's simple. Okay, let's see this question. I hope it is visible in my video. Yep. Okay, look at this question. You have to find the perimeter of this quadrilateral. So you will see this whole length of this side of the quadrilateral is given. This whole length side is given. This whole length side is given. But this whole is not given. Means what is not given? This portion is not given. So since that portion is not given, you need to find that portion, then only you can find the perimeter of the rectangle. Now, if you remember this concept of tangent, a tangent drawn from exterior point to a circle, they are always equal. The length of this tangent and this tangent is always equal. They are always equal. If you want to have extra practice on that, you can go to my previous video and check out. Okay, excuse me. If you see, this portion is 2.6, so this portion has to be 2.6. So this portion has to be, let me use different colors here. This portion has to be 2.6. The whole thing is 4.3. 4.3 minus 2.6 will be 1.7. So this portion will become 1.7. That means this portion will become 1.7. Now the whole thing is 4. I hope my question is visible in the screen. 4.7. Now if you subtract 1.7 for 4.7, you will get this portion as 3, this portion as 3, which means this portion is 3. Now this portion is 3, but the whole length is 4.8. If you subtract 3 from 4.8, so this portion will be 1.8. And there you go. That means x is 1.8. You got all the sides. Now you can add all of them together and you will get the perimeter. That is your job. If you are doing SAT, I not need to do the perimeter for you guys. I hope the answer was like that because I just added it up. So you can do your work from there and get the answer. Okay. I will do another question on this kind of questions. Okay. Here. Again, as I said, this is for advanced geometry or for the SAT kids. If you see, all the 3 chords are congruent. On this also, I have explained certain things. If the chords are congruent, here in my previous video, I have explained. If the chords are congruent, then the chord associated with them are also congruent. These 2 chords will be congruent. They will have the same measure. We will do that same concept here. Okay, here, since the chords are congruent, this and this chord is congruent. So all the 3 chords associated with those three chords should have the same measure. Let's see what they have given. DF, this portion is 36, and you can see this is a diameter, so that means this is a semicircle. Measurement of a semicircle is 180. If you subtract 36 from 180, you will get 144. So half of 144 is here, half of 144 is here, which means this must be 72, and this portion of the arc is 72. So that means this portion of the arc is 72. See, it's so easy. You got all of them. Now, since you got everything, what will be this portion? Again, this is also semicircle. So 180 minus 72 will be 108. So this portion of the arc will be 108. You have all the measures. Now you can get all the angles very quickly. Angle 1, where is 1? This is 1. This angle is half of that ice cream. You can go back to my circle part 2 or 3, I think, where I've explained the inscribed angle intercepted arc. So this angle is half of this arc. So this angle 1 should be 72 degree. Half of 180 is, no, 54, sorry, my bad. Ignore my ignorance. Half of 180 is 54. Yeah, it will be angle 1 is 54 degree. What is next? Angle D. Angle D means they are talking about this. I have done somewhere, I forgot. Anyway, this is an angle which is also inscribed on the circle. So that angle is half of this arc, and this arc is 72. So angle D must be half of 72, which is 36. Why? Again, this is an inscribed angle. You can go back to my circle part 2 or part 3 where I have explained this inscribed angle. So this angle is equal to half of this arc, which is 36, because this arc is 72. Now angle E. Angle E is equal to, the concept there is like this. If an angle is forming outside the circle, then that angle is equal to half of this minus this. I hope I'm explaining and you can see my picture. Yeah. So this minus this. So this whole arc is 108 and this whole thing semicircle, which is 180. So angle E is equal to half of 180 minus 108. You can do the math because you are preparing for SAT. So I hope you can get that answer. And I got that answer as 36. So angle E is also 36. Okay, then we will do this example 4. Yes, this is crazy looking question, but it's not crazy. And yes, I have seen this kind of question in the SAT. If you see, AB is given, BC is given, AC is given, but still you have to find the radius for circle C. Since you are finding the radius for the circle C, I will take the radius for the circle C as X. And we know the concept that radius of same circle, they are constant, they are congruent. So if this is X, this has to be X. But we know the whole length is BC is 40. If BC is 40 and this portion is X, what will be this portion? This portion must be 40 minus X, right? So this portion should also be 40 minus X. Now, AB is 30. AB is 30 and this portion is 40 minus X. So what will be this portion? That portion has to be, what was that? AB is 30. 30 minus 40 minus X, right? So which will be 30 minus 40, negative 10 minus X, plus X. So basically X minus 10. You can solve that. It is X minus 10. So this portion is also X minus 10. Now if you add all of them, should be same as this. So AB plus BC plus AC should be equal to 30 plus 40 plus 36. The total is 106, I suppose. And now I'm adding them also. AB is X minus 10 2 times. And 2 times 40 minus X and 2 times X, right? All of them, add all of them, that should be equal to 106. That should be equal to 106. Since there is 2 all of them, I am dividing 2 to all of them. So it is X minus 10 plus 40 minus X plus X is equal to, I'm dividing by 2, so it will be 53. Now solve for x. X gets cancelled. So your x is equal to 23. This will be 30, subtract 30, 23. Of course, I do not need to do the basic math. I hope you guys can do the basic math. So x is 23, so this is 23. If you want to check your answer is correct or not, so you already got the answer. X, which is the radius of circle C, is 23. If you want to check your answer, you can plug x as 23. You can find all the values and the sum, and it should get 106. The total length should be 106, or half of it should be 53. You can check by yourself. Okay. Now I'll move on to another question, which is, of course, for the advanced level or for the SAT. Let me see, do I have that question here? I did this question. Okay, this one, yeah. Fifth question. It's easy, just the concept-based questions. So in a circle, M, RP is 13, RP is 13. You can see it is perpendicular. If you remember the concept of perpendicular that I have gone over in my previous video, that if you draw a perpendicular from the center to a chord, it bisects the chord. Okay, so we'll use this concept here. It bisects the chord. So that means this chord is bisecting at that point C. That means if RP is 13, that will be half of 13 is 6.5. And you have MC, join this, which is MR, which you are supposed to find, and it forms a right triangle. And you can use Pythagorean theorem, let it be x. So you can use x squared is equal to 6.5 square plus 2 square. You can use the Pythagorean theorem, and I do not want to solve this question for you guys, because you know how to do the Pythagorean theorem. Do the radical of that, and I can plug it in my calculator directly. 6.5 square plus 4 square root of 46.25 is 6.8. 46.25, I'm getting x as 6.8. That is one kind of question, just the concept base. Now this one, fourth, AB. You are finding AB. Again, you can see what are the things they have given. They have given this as 8, this as 9. So the whole radius will be 9 plus 8, 17. See, this is actually a radius. This is actually the radius. And this portion is 9. Now you have a right triangle. You have a right triangle. This is 8, this is 17, this is 90 degree. Can you find this x? So x square is equal to 17 square minus 8 square. 17 square is 289 minus 8 square is 64, which is 225. So x is equal to 15. So this portion is 15, and we know it bisects, right? So this should also be 15. 15 and 15, AB will be 30. Okay, so that's a concept-based question. Again, there is one more question, which is a concept-based question, this one. So actually, I do not want to do this question. You should, if you are a ticket, you should able to do it by yourself by this time. If you say this is 13, which is a radius, that means if I draw a radius somewhere here, that is 13. They have given this value as 12. You can use your Pythagorean theorem. It's a Pythagorean triplet. You can see. You can find that one. That will be 5. I know my Pythagorean triplet. That's why I got it as 5. But you can use a Pythagorean theorem and get that value. You have that value. You have this value, which is 4. 4 and 5 makes it 9. And the whole, this is also the radius. O to C is also radius, right? Which is 13. So 13 minus 9, 4 again. So if they are asking AB, oh, I do not need that. I just need AB. So now for finding AB, you can use the radius here. And you know this is 4, this is 5. So the whole length is 9. So now in that triangle, this whole length is 9. This is 13. Now you can use that as x. This portion as x. And by your Pythagorean theorem, whatever value of x you'll get, make it twice. That will give you the length of AB. Of course, I'm not doing the math here because you guys are smart enough to do that math. Okay, and I want to do a last question. If no, I don't think I can move on to the last question. My video will be too big. Okay, I think that is pretty much enough for now. Thank you everyone. If you need more help, you can always comment under my video. Thank you guys.